Hey everyone, it's Mike. This is Real Life Counseling again, and I wanted to talk to you about bringing the concepts of choice theory and cognitive behavioral, REBT, NLP, positive psychology, solution-focused therapy into schools. Now, I'm putting together a little series. We talked about corporate before. And of course, I'm not giving you too many specific details. It's basically the application of CBT and REBT and choice theory and positive psychology in different contexts. And we know the way to do that, just identifying distortions and self-defeating beliefs and behaviors and looking for a more rational, objective way, more productive behaviors, trying to find the gap between what a person wants and what they have, strengths-based, And we utilize that on an individual basis with the people that we're working with. But the idea is, imagine that people learn these techniques in school from their parents. Couples learned it working with each other. In the corporate world, people kind of help you in the corporate world from the time you began to retirement. And certainly on an individual basis. So the application of these across all areas of life, family, couples, children, school, corporation, the work world, individually, I think the impact would be tremendous in just helping people to think more rationally, logically, to behave in a way that gets them to the goals they want and is more productive. And so today I just want to talk about the application in education. So in school, we could help students learn to have more self-confidence, self-esteem, self-acceptance, to not beat themselves up, worry that nobody likes them, and that they don't have the social skills that they need. There are a number of books that have been written. I'll show you several. William Glasser wrote Choice Theory in the Classroom. An REBT practitioner had a little pamphlet, Rational Motive Therapy in the Classroom. William Glasser's wife, wrote one about having high school meetings for high school. And again, there's Inspired in the Classroom. This is Choice Theory and the classroom of choice. This was written many years ago about, this was kind of like an anti-drug thing. These are workbooks. This goes from early childhood all the way up to high school. That's the other one that I showed you. And Ann Vernon for REBT wrote Thinking and Feeling, grades 1 to 6. They also have, from 5 to 12, and an updated version, another version grade 1 to 5, and also, again, 6 to 8 and 9 to 12. So there's many different books that have been written, even positive psychology. Martin Seligman did a review and brought positive psychology into a high school class to see whether or not there would be the benefits in high school, and he found that there were. I even wrote a book, Choosing to Succeed, applying positive psychology, choice theory, and CBT, REBT into the classroom, but not teaching it. So a lot of these different programs, you actually teach it formally. It's almost like maybe there's an advisory class or a homeroom or a special class or maybe an after-school program. The book I wrote is how to incorporate this actually into a lesson plan. So I talk about certain like lesson plans where you can actually incorporate the concepts of choice theory and REBT, CBT, positive psychology into your lesson in a very smooth, seamless, organic way. So you're not hitting them over the head with it. You're not saying, hey, all right, we're going to have a class tonight, let's learn about REBT, which there's nothing wrong with. I think teaching it directly in a more psychoeducational way is great. But if you can infuse these things into an already existing lesson plan for all the subjects, math, science, social studies, English, health, gym, PE, art, so much the better. It's you kind of get it in a very organic way. So again, the idea is you're helping people to think in a rational, objective, not mind read, not fortune tell, not catastrophize, looking to try to get people's needs met. We all have a need for belonging, especially when you're a teenager in school. We want to feel successful and accomplished and productive. And so, we want to build on strengths. We want to strengthen our strengths. And so the ability to bring this into an environment like schools and through college, this is through college as well, as they're transitioning from adults, from young adults to a post-collegiate environment. A lot of people have insecurity in relationships, imposter syndrome. They went to school, but then they actually have to apply it on the job, and they don't feel confident in themselves. So I think that if we were able to bring a lot of the things that we know from therapy, from again cognitive behavior modification, now called behavioral activation, even NLP, which is a more language based treatment, I think it could go a long way to helping people feel more confident and competent and successful. So in addition to the corporate world, if students had it from the time they entered in kindergarten or even preschool all the way up through college, and then it continued through human resources departments in corporations and businesses, and again, not as a cult or as an ideology, just as a way of thinking in a more objective, rational, logical way that has a lot of research behind it. I think so much of the insecurity and fear and anxiety would, if not disappear, at least be ameliorated. I'm going to talk next time about how parents, as a parent, that you're the first person that your child knows, and if as a child you help them develop throughout the course of their life, and you use these techniques in your parenting skills. I'm going to talk about that next, and then even as a couple within your relationship, using that, so it's a great role model. So not only does it benefit you, but it's a role model for your children. So I'm going to talk about parenting and then using it with a couple in relationships, even with friends actually, as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it inspires you to research this more. And maybe if you're a teacher, someone is a teacher, or you're doing homeschooling. If you're in a corporation, if you work in a business, you're a worker, you're in human resources, you're an owner, a manager. I hope this can be of some kind of resource and help, and it inspires you to maybe investigate a little bit more, and maybe make a difference in the lives of students and children, and even in your employees and workers. I hope it was helpful, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.